What's up guys, it's Michael here. I'm here with the new NV X360 2-in-1, the 2020 version, the all new AMD 7nm Ryzen 7 4700U. It finally came in the post after weeks of waiting. I honestly thought that it's not gonna come. I thought I'm gonna have to cancel the order made on the HP store, but here it is, and no, nobody's paying for this video and no one is sponsoring anything you see here. I bought this laptop for 1,000 British pounds and ordered a rechargeable mouse and a 3-year HP care pack as well. I've been using this device for a few days now and I have some good and bad things to share with you. First impressions are great. The box looks very nice from the outside, however on the inside it's basic, cardboard and little design features, so if you're into that, there's nothing for you here. It's strange, but I suspect that my box has been tampered with, as there were small tears near the handle. I think that HP UK office had to reopen the box and add a region-specific power cord and some accessories that come with the laptop. Speaking of accessories, the device comes equipped with the USB-C to HDMI display adapter and the standard barrel type 65-watt quick charger. On this device you have two so-called drop-jaw USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A ports. Each is 5 gigabits per second. You also have one USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 port capable of 10 gigabits per second. It doubles up as a power delivery port up to 65 watts and a display port. I contacted HP support and they say that two screens can be connected using this USB-C port. I suspect that two 4K monitors might work, but in 30 Hz, not in 60. Sure, you have a headphone jack, the micro SD card reader and a barrel type input for the charger. It has a backlit keyboard, thin bezels and metal body. It's really nice to hold in the hand. When using it in tablet mode, the size of the screen and the thickness of the whole device makes it not as comfortable to hold when you compare it to your smartphone or a Microsoft Surface Pro. Of course, in the United States you get this device with Wi-Fi 6. Unfortunately, in Europe it's not possible and you only get the AC version of the Wi-Fi 5. Also in the United States there are other screen options to choose from. Here in the UK you only can get one screen, which is the 300 nit Full HD panel with 74% of NTSC color gamut. Before we get into the specs, I want to tell you that I just recently sold my Dell Precision M6700 with the top of the range 8-core Intel i7-3940XM. I'm still asking myself the question, why the heck did I sell this workstation? It gave me everything I needed. The Quattro K5000M was good enough for any kind of 3D work and 4K rendering, and even mid-quality gaming. Why did I sell it? The Precision M6700 was a big 17-inch workstation with a heavy and rigid body, and I needed something small and light with touch input for my work and clients. I did not sell the Precision workstation because I didn't like the features and the durability of the device. I just sold it because it was too big and heavy to carry it with me everywhere. And here we have today the HP NV X360 2020 version with the 7nm AMD Ryzen 7 4700U. It's a 8-core, 8-thread CPU, no hyper-threading on this one. I specifically chose this CPU as I would like to combine portability and performance to some extent. I'm doing a lot of writing, sending emails, going through spreadsheets and all sorts of paperwork. On the other hand, I'm doing 4K video editing and After Effects 3D scene compositing. That's why I chose the HP NV with 16 gigs of RAM. Unfortunately, the RAM is soldered to the motherboard, and the only thing that you can upgrade here is the SSD. I ordered the top-of-the-range version equipped with the 4700U, 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabytes of NVMe storage. The bad news is that the stock SSD that comes with the device is a PCI Express 3 x 2, so it has only 2 PCI lanes. However, the good news is that I contacted HP support and got a message that the PCIe port on the motherboard is actually PCI Express 3 x 4, using 4 lanes of PCIe. I don't really understand this move by HP, like why the heck would you install a slow 2-lane SSD when you equip your device with a faster interface on the motherboard? Maybe cost saving, I don't know. There are plenty of reviews on the internet about the trackpad and the size of the keys. Some people are complaining or comparing keyboards and saying that the Dell XPS 13 has got a better keyboard. I'm not going to go into that, as these kinds of suggestions are subjective. I don't have another laptop to test and compare, but I can tell you that typing on this NV X360 in comparison to the Dell M6700 17-inch workstation is, in my opinion, better, as all the keys are at my fingertips and I don't have to move my hands to find the keys. This keyboard is sufficient and easy to write on, it's easy to learn, and the key layout is intuitive. There are some negatives, like the power key. There is nothing bad in the placement of this key. Some people say that the power button is close to the delete button and you can press it by mistake. I didn't experience any of that, especially because you have to hold down the power button like for a second for it to realize it's being pressed. This delay gives you time to let go of the button without shutting down your device. But the functionality of the key might be problematic. For example, when the device goes into sleep mode, when using it as a tablet, you have to fold the device back to laptop mode and press the power button for the device to wake up. Otherwise, the button will not work. The keyboard is being deactivated while in tablet mode, and the power button is a software button, not a hardwired button. This creates a problem, like when your computer freezes, and this already happened to me once, you're stuck and you have to wait for the device to unfreeze on its own or wait for the battery to drain completely. Bummer. Some other issues with the keys? Yeah. If you want to press any of the F keys, you need to press the function button first for the F keys to register, so that's a bit of a pain. Some reviews of this device state that when you press the dedicated camera privacy shutter button to cover the camera, the system keeps the camera on. That's not true. When you press the camera privacy shutter button, the shutter blocks the camera, but simultaneously the camera is being deactivated. So no, the camera is not constantly on. The HP Command dedicated button does not work for me. I have to launch the Command app from the Start menu. It was working at the beginning for a few hours, but after installing drivers from HP website and AMD Adrenalin drivers for the CPU and GPU and chipset, it's not working anymore. Now, the worst thing for me is that the screen out of the box on this device comes with a horrible yellow tint. No, the night light setting in Windows was off and was not affecting the screen colors. I tried to change the color profile by installing custom ICC profiles, but this does not seem to have any effect on this laptop. I can't change the color profile on this machine. I was trying many times, but the screen still looks the same. I've managed to fix this, and I will tell you how after I tell you that this 300 nit Full HD screen that HP provides is only 6-bit color space, not 8-bit like any other laptop I had in the past. I don't know what are the consequences of this while doing video and photo editing, but I suspect 8-bit is better than 6-bit for sure. I contacted HP support and the rep said that it can't be changed, it's 6-bit forever. And yeah, the screen could be a bit brighter. I did calibrate the screen myself. At first I wanted to buy screen calibration software and hardware, and maybe I should, but for now I've managed to do it myself. Just go to Windows Color Calibration, skip all the settings in the beginning, and do 2 clicks down on the red and 4 clicks down on the green. You can thank me by subscribing later. The speakers that come with this device are branded Bang & Olufsen. I'm sure you already know that they are downwards facing, and again plenty of dumb videos on the YouTube concentrate on this and argue that it's bad. Man, I'm an audio engineer, and any laptop speakers are just laptop speakers and will not and cannot substitute a pair of your woofers at home. That's why you have a headphone jack at the side of the laptop. I did not test the preamplifier on this, but I suspect that high impedance professional grade headphones will not be as loud as their low ohm counterparts. Just buy a preamplifier if you want the best audio quality with high-Z headphones. However, the stereo separation on this device is very good. The speakers sound good in the mid to high frequency spectrum, but the low end is average. Okay, so we're gonna do some testing. I'm gonna scrub through some videos in Adobe Premiere. I rendered this whole video using this HP Envy 2-in-1. I didn't see any major problems or drawbacks. Yeah, I did some testing on the SSD installed in this machine, and you can see the results over here. I also did some testing on the SD card slots. I just placed my SD card into the device, and the results are as follows. As you can see over here, I can compare the screen brightness of the HP Envy to a Galaxy Tab. Yeah, the USB Type-C port, it doubles up as a charging port as well. However, I plugged the device in with using a standard, like a phone charger. I used a standard phone charger, 5 volts, 2 amps. It wasn't charging. I plugged it in using a quick charger, Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 interface, and it wasn't charging. So I reckon you're gonna have to get a specific, like a power delivery 65 watts and higher charger to charge this device up using the USB-C port. So you can see we're running the Prime 95 at full blast basically, and all-core boost is a 2.5 gigahertz at the moment. Maximum clocks are 4.2 gigahertz. So the total power usage is like 30 watts on this CPU right now. The fans are starting to ramp up. Yeah, 2.6 all-core. Overall, this device is very good. I like it a lot. It looks amazing. It feels in the hand very well and comfortable. Apart from the tablet mode, it's a bit funny. You know, it's a bit cumbersome. But yeah, it's a laptop. It's a 2-in-1. So just try to keep that in mind. I will keep you updated on some other, developments that will come into mind. But overall, HP, yeah,